Assalamualaikum everyone. Today, my friend and I want to share about one of the market structure which is perfect competition. Before we go through, we will look to the table of the contents. First, introduction. Next is prerequisite of perfect competition, advantage, disadvantage, and last but not least is conclusion. Before we continue our learning, let me introduce our group member. Firstly, my name is Muhammad Raimi bin Zulkifli and my matric number is 20218321 and 02. And other group member is Putri Rania binti Abdul Razak and Muhammad Afiq Najwan bin Abdul Salam. What is perfect competition? Perfect competition is a market model founded on the idea that many companies create the same commodity that are purchased by many customers. The assumption made by the model of perfect competition is that it's simple for new business to enter the market and for existing one to depart. Finally, it makes the assumption that buyer and seller are fully informed about the state of the market. We will see that this assumption makes it easier for us to use the model when we look more closely at them. The parameters outlined in this assumption are not fully met by any market. Our goal is to understand how things function, not to explain them as is always the case with model. Additionally, the perfect competition model will be quite helpful according to economic theory. Perfect competition exists when all business sell their some goods. Market share has no bearing on price. Business can enter or quit that market without any obstacles. Consumers have perfect or completely information, and business are unable to set price. Perfect competition is a market structure in which there are many customer and seller identical item, also known as homogeneous product, perfect knowledge, and no entry barriers. Next is prerequisite of perfect competition. Characteristic of perfect competition is no firm holds substantial market share, industry output is standardized, and freedom of entry and exit. Number 1 is no individual firm possesses a substantial market share. For industry to be perfectly competitive, no individual producer must have a large market share. Market share is the proportion of the total industry output that belongs to a single firm. For example, consider the wheat market. Many farmers grow wheat and market share is dispersed among them. There are no farmers that could potentially affect the price of wheat on the market. Next is the industry output is a standardized product. Perfect competition can only occur when consumers perceive the product of all producers to be equivalent. Therefore, it can only occur when the industry output is a commodity, otherwise known as a standardized product. Since standardized products are homogeneous, a single producer cannot increase the price of their good or service without losing all sales to the competition. It implies that price-taking firms face perfect price elasticity of demand. The last one is freedom of entry and exit. The majority of perfectly competitive industries allow firms to easily enter and exit the industry. The arrival of new firms into an industry is referred to as market entry. Market entry is enabled by the absence of obstacles posed by government regulation or low start-up costs. The departure of an industry is referred to as a market exit. Firms can easily exit the market if there are no additional costs attributed to shutting down the business. For example, consider the mining industry. In the mining industry, firms must recognize an asset retirement obligation to restore the property if previous state after the desired metal are extracted. An arrow refers to a liability that is amortized throughout the investment horizon and exemplifies an exit cost for mining firm. The next is advantages of perfect competition. First is very low barriers to entry and exit. Market with perfect competition have very low entry barriers. Customer and the entire industry benefit from this. New player will enter the market, bringing healthy competition to the business. Furthermore, customer will not be put at risk if a few competition band together and raise their price. Next one is active business environment. Perfect competition creates a successful business environment. There being a high amount of competition, individuals or group cannot dominate the market and many firms have a distributed market share. This will have lots of advantage for the industry. Last one is availability of high quality product with low price. The level of competition is high in the perfect competition market. Firms have to lower their profit margin and provide consumer low price competitive product. The market share will be lost otherwise. Also, firms have less chance to compromise the quality since consumer can move from one brand to another easily. Next is disadvantages of perfect competition. First one, heavy competition result more producer exit. Due to low entry and exit barrier, heavy competition is another disadvantages for producer. Because of this, producer may not be able to remain in the market indefinitely. This will have a negative effect on the entire industry. Second is risk of predatory pricing. If a corporation has a big investment capability, it can choose to offer exceptionally low pricing in order to push out competitor and develop a monopoly. Competitors will be unable to compete if a firm maintains low price for an extended period of time. They can just employ predatory pricing. Next is less production efficiency of individual firm. Perfect competition market allow many competitors in the market. This result in difficulty for the companies to achieve economy of scale. A economy cannot reach the optimum production efficiency capability due to unavailability of economy of scale. Last one is excess resource waste. Many firms compete in the market to produce identical product with similar resource. However, no company can achieve economies of scale. Finally, the conclusion of what we learned about perfect competition. Perfect competition describes a market in which there is complete absence of direct competition among economic groups. For price determination, under perfect competition, there are some assumptions like homogeneous product, free entry and exit of firm. In perfect competition, the equilibrium point is that where demand and supply intersect each other. There is also effect of change in demand and supply on price.
That's all from us. Thank you.